Good day, Ma'am Rachelyn Fernandez. I am Mark Justini B. Good of BECE 1C. I am here to present my answers and its explanation of our third assignment in ES 14 Calculus 2. My answer sheet will be placed somewhere right here to have a clear visual aid. I am assigned to evaluate the given integrals. Number 1. I am asked to solve the integral of dx over square root of 2ax minus x squared. Firstly, let's transform the expression to have a simpler function where the integral formula will be applied. Then, add and subtract a squared. We have now the integral of 1 over square root of 2ax minus x squared minus a squared plus a squared dx. After that, factor out the negative sign from the expression and reorder the terms. Next, use the a squared minus 2ab plus b squared equals to a minus b squared to factor the expression. Reorder the terms to evaluate the integral of the expression. Now, we have the integral of a squared minus x minus a squared dx. Now, we can use the inverse trigonometric functions formula. Since it has the radical sign, we will use the integral of 1 over square root of a squared minus u squared du is equal to arc sine u over a plus c. Let u is equals to x minus a, du equals dx, u squared is equals to x minus a squared, and a squared is equals to a squared. Then, we can now come up to our final answer. That is arc sine x minus a over a squared plus the arbitrary constant c. Number 2. I am asked to evaluate the integral of 3 hyperbolic cosine cube root of u plus 9 over u to the 2 over 3 du. First, let the constant out, that is 3. Apply the u substitution to transform the expression. Let dx is equals to 1 over du, where u is equals to cube root of u plus 9, and du is equals to 1 over cube root of u squared. Let us have the variable v to avoid confusion. Then, we can come up to 3 integral of 3 hyperbolic cosine v dv. Then, let the constant 3 out. After that, use the hyperbolic function formula, that is integral of hyperbolic cosine v dv is equals to hyperbolic sine v. So, 3 times 3 integral of hyperbolic cosine v dv is equals to 3 times 3 sine hyperbolic sine cube root of u plus 9. Lastly, simplify. Now we have our final answer, that is 9 hyperbolic sine cube root of u plus 9 plus the arbitrary constant c. In number 3, I am asked to evaluate the integral of quantity 4x to the 7 plus 7x plus 2 to the 4 times 28x to the 6 plus 7 dx. First, use the u substitution to transform the expression. Let dx equals to 1 over du times du, where u is equals to 4x to the 7 plus 7x plus 2. And du is equals to 28x to the 6 plus 7. Now, we have the integral of 4x to the 7 plus 7x plus 2 to the 4th times 28x to the 6 plus 7 times 1. 28x to the 6 plus 7 du. Then, cancel out the 28x to the 6 plus 7. Now, we have only left with u to the 4th du. Now, let's use the power formula, which is integral of x to the n dx is equals to x to the n plus 1 over n plus 1. Let x is equals to u, dx is equals to dx, and n is equals to 4. Plug in the necessary variables, so we have the integral of u to the 4th dx is equals to u to the 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1. That is equals to t to the 5 over 5. Substitute back the u, which is equal to 4x to the 7 plus 7x plus 2. Now we have our final answer, that is 4x to the 7 plus 7x plus 2 over to the 5 over 5 plus the arbitrary constant c. Lastly, number 4. I am asked to evaluate the integral of v to the 4 minus 1 over v squared dv with the upper limit of 3 and the lower limit of 1. To evaluate the definite integral, first evaluate the indefinite integral. So, integral of v to the 4th minus 1 over v squared dv. So, separate the fraction and simplify to have v squared minus 1 over v squared dv. Next, distribute by using the property of integral to come up to the integral of v squared dv minus integral of 1 over v squared dv. After that, we will use the power formula. First, we have to integrate the v squared dv to have v to the 3 over 3. Next, in 1 over v squared, since it's the reciprocal of our formula, let's also reciprocate the formula to make things simple. That is integral of 1 over u to the n u minus n dx equal to negative 1 over n minus 1 times u to the n minus 1. With that, we have the outcome of 1 over v. Next, we will return the limits and follow the definite integral formula, which is f of x upper limit and lower limit is equal to f to the b minus fa. To evaluate the expression, now we have quantity v to the 3 over 3 plus 1 over v quantity with the upper limit of 3 and the lower limit of 1. Then, plug in the necessary variables and execute the formula. Now, we have our final answer, which is 8. So, in this last number, the final answer is 8. That will be all. Thank you. Again, this is Mark Justini B. Good of BECE 1C. Stay safe and God bless. This pre-recorded video will be uploaded in Google Classroom along with my answer sheet.